Three-way switch demo with Raspberry Pi 3. Alexa, turn off kitchen lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off kitchen lights. Hey, what's up? Nasir Malik here. Welcome to another IoT tutorial. Today we're going to be doing a Pi 3 three-way switch. A lot of people have been asking about it. So for this tutorial, you're going to need a Raspberry Pi. Any version would work. You need a current sensor. You also need a relay, single relay. I have a dual channel relay that I'm going to be using, showing you something there are a lot of people complaining about. They turn on the relay but they can't turn it off, or vice versa. You need a ADC converter. So this is required since the Raspberry Pi doesn't have any analog inputs or the GPIOs. So we're going to be using this. It has 4 channels. We can monitor 4 analog inputs on this one, and we need some breadboard wires, and last but not least we need a diode and a transistor. And this is how we're going to hook it up. It's very simple. So this side right here, this is the high voltage side, this is low voltage, so be careful when you working with 110 volts. So this is very basic diagram for the three-way switch. So the hot line comes through here, it goes to this terminal right here. So based on the position, either this one is hot or this one is hot, so it flips. So what you need to do is connect this terminal to this pole with the relay. So by default, this and this is the common pole, this is open. So you connect this side to this one, and the other pole to the other relay pole. And even if you have it backward, it doesn't matter. It just switches the on-off position on this. It doesn't matter. But the make sure the common pole on the relay is connected to the current sensor right here, and then from there the hot wire, another wire from the second pole from the current sensor goes into the device or the bulb or whatever you want to control, and then the neutral wire comes on the other terminal on the device. So that's pretty simple setup right here. So now we're gonna connect all of this stuff right here. So the first thing we need to do is connect current sensor ground to the pin 6 on the Pi, on the ground right there. Connect these two. Second, what we need to do is connect the VCC to the 3.3 volt. This one also work with 5 volt also. Since they're both voltages there, I rather use the 5 volt for the relays. So you can connect that into 3.3 volt right here. And next, what you need to do is take the out of the current sensor and connect that to the channel 1 on the ADC converter. And you can actually control this way to three-way switches up to 4 devices. So this has 4 channels. So if you want to do 8 relays, you can add another one and do 8. I may do a tutorial where I will show you to do 8 relays. So I want to do this so I have understanding how this is going to work, because 8 relay will complicate things. So next, what you need to do is connect the ground on this pin right there. It says ground, and then connect 3.3 volts to the ADC converter, and 2 more wires you need to connect. The one is ST right here, from there to the GPIO2, which is a SD pin also, and then SCL gets connected to the GPIO3 or pin 5. So next, what you do is take the relay and connect it to the 5 volts, as you can see here, and the ground to ground. So there are multiple grounds. It doesn't matter which ground you connect to. So I'm connecting here. You can connect it there or there or there, whatever is convenience for you. So next, what you need to do is connect the signal or for the channel 1. This relay is active low. So that means is basically when you apply ground to terminal, it turns on, and if you connect it to the positive voltage, it will turn off. And also it is 5 volts and doesn't work on 3. There are few relays that I have that work on 3 volts also, 5 volts, and it does not work on the 3 volts. And the GPIO signal that coming through here that we're gonna connect to is gonna be 3.3 volts. So this only triggers one way when you apply negative. If the GPIO is low, this will turn on, but then when you set the GPIO high, which is 3.3 volts, it won't turn off, and that's the only problem. So how do we fix that? It's very easy. I showed in one of the previous videos. So you take a transistor like I'm using here, 2N3904 in this case, and I would connect that with the diode. So I have a connected diode like this with the forward bias to the base of the transistor. Next thing, what I will do is connect the GPIO 16, pin 16 or GPIO 23 in this case to the diode. And next I will ground the collector on the transistor, and emitter will be collected to the channel 1 signal pin right here. So that's all the wiring. I know it looks complicated, but if you follow through it step by step, it's pretty easy to do. It's much easier to explain it in this way than actually doing it on a bench. And I'm gonna hook this thing up and then let's test it out and see how it's gonna work. So here's a GitHub project that you need to download and work with. I will add the link in the video description below. So this is what you need to do. So once so follow the instructions on here and get your Pi 3 set up. So once everything is set up, your Pi is up and running, very first thing you need to do is you go into the menu, preferences, and Pi configuration, and in here make sure that your the I2C is enabled right here. We're gonna be using this. Say OK and then restart your Pi. Once that's done, we'll open up a terminal window. So I already installed it, so it's probably just gonna go through and say it's already installed. And then you also need to install I2C tools and hit enter, and once this finishes installing, you're done here. So here what you need to do is give this command first, and this is going to download the project. Once it does, this is the file name you need to unzip, and once that's done, you change the directory to this directory right there. What you need to do is go into that directory. Basically it's on a home Pi, and this is right there, and there's a file called current test. Double click on it. If you have the same version of Raspbian that I have, it's going to open up a Python IDE. It's pretty nice, this one right here. And this script basically does is it checks the value, current value, that is the ADC the circuit board is reading or the channel is reading. So I'll run it a few times and I'll see what value I'm getting. So you can see I'm getting 13, 20, 13, 20, 21. So that's the value, the average, approximate value, like say 21, 13, 21 that we're going to use in our script. And that is needed to know when the switch is on or off, because the ADC converter reads that value. It tells the pi if the current is flowing. This is not a current value. This is just this is a way to figure out if the device is on or off. And this is not the actual current, but I'm just reading these values to differentiate if the current is flowing or not. And you need to make sure you measure this value while the device is turned off, otherwise it will not work. A little bit stable. It's not fluctuating a lot because we're reading the max, so we're doing enough sampling here. So it's fluctuating, so it's good enough. So I think I'm gonna go with 1321. So I'm gonna stop this script and I'm gonna open up the file. It's this one right there, RPI name port GPIO, and that's the file that actually holds the code. And I'm just gonna walk through. So I'm just using this schema right here. You can change it to a different one. So I'm using the pin number 2324. I'm only using the demonstrating the 23, but you can actually add more GPIOs. Put a comma there and put GPIOs, and then they will be initialized as output. And you can then put a comma here, and then you can put another device name and then a port number. So these are basically port numbers. So you can keep adding. I think you can handle up to 14. So here, when it comes to kitchen, you can see I'm reading the input GPIO state, which is set as output, and I'm reading it, and it's a list item 1. So this is kitchen is set on 1, which is 23 on the Raspberry Pi, and this I'm reading the channel 1 sensor value if it is state is on or off. And this function right here actually is right underneath it here, right there. So, and then you can see I put 1322, and that should work. It needs to be close enough so we can, it's less than, when you turn on or off the switch, and it's gonna check this value, what's the max value is. If it's less than 0, that means off. It is or above 0, that means it's on. And you can adjust this. It may be different for you based on the type of device you have and the bulb you have. So you have to measure this, and then you need to make sure you make changes accordingly. And here you don't really have to do anything else other than if you're using the same pen, same everything, you just need to get this running. And the easiest way to run this is just come in here on your console, and after measuring your current, and you can basically run your script. And this is the script that we're gonna be running, this one right here. And you should see this right here polling on it. And once you give a command to Alexa, it's actually going to output some of the debugging information, and that should be helpful.
I'm not sure.
Alexa, turn on kitchen lights.
Okay.
And you can see it's outputting, telling you device was off, and the current level was here. Alexa, turn off kitchen lights.
Okay.
And as you can see, it's reading the value of the current from that sensor. So basically that's what you need to do. Find your spot where you can detect the on and off current, and also need to make sure that you put that value in here. So okay, so we have a setup here. Let me go through it. So I have a three-way switch hooked up to this relay right here. You can see the wire right here hot wire coming in, and there's one wire that goes from here to this pole, and the other one is going here, and this is a common wire that is going into my current sensor. Actually, it has a backward I showed you on the diagram, but it will still work. And then it comes into this bulb, and then the neutral wire comes in and directly gets connected. So this is the high voltage side right here. And then here you can see I connected the relay, one channel right there, to the pi, and then here's the current sensor and also the ADC converter right there. So let me test it out and see if it works. Alexa, turn on kitchen lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off kitchen lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on kitchen lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on kitchen lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off kitchen lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off kitchen lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off kitchen lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on kitchen lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off kitchen lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on kitchen lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off kitchen lights.
Okay.
So this is it for this setup and tutorial and test. So I'm going to be doing some other tutorials with Node MCU and using the this module and doing multiple relays. So stay tuned for that. So until next time, bye.